Back to Unicorn Funland. I am, and I go by the name of MikaelaAndromeda. I'm an interpreter of energies, and if these messages resonate with you, you can like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you need to book a personal reading, you can email me at highpriestessmikaela@gmail.com. Just be aware that I go strictly by the energy, so send me your inquiries to see if we're an energetic match for each other. You can follow me on Instagram. My handle is Pinkie Pie Sugar Pop. All this information is right down below in the description. Also, feel free to come through every Friday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. for $5 readings here on my YouTube channel. I'll probably be changing that up here soon. I'm actually going to be running a test group next week, well, this weekend rather, and I'm coming up with a new way to do my $5 readings and my readings on the weekend. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. Yeah, welcome to your weekly pick a card. I know I didn't do one last week, but I did a different format. So these purple cards that I have here on top, those are the Sacred Traveler cards. So with each deck that I pulled from, I asked a different question. So the Sacred Traveler card is asking where I've been. Then the Tarot Illuminati cards are asking what are my next steps. And the Osho card is going to be what to look out for on your path. And of course, you got the Angel Oracle cards for advice. Okay, so hopefully you've felt out the energies and you know which energy you're going to go with. If not, you can take some time, pause the video. But I am going to go ahead and just get into it. We're going to start with the Rose Quartz energy. Okay, and see what's going on there. See if we can feel out the energy. It's interesting, like here recently, a lot of messages start coming out before I even pick up these cards, like before I even look at them. And I just go with the flow. Sometimes messages come out, sometimes they don't. But for you guys, I don't know why I'm hearing specifically lack of experience. Okay, some of you have not been going and having the experience that you want to have. Like you've not been going out into the world and expressing yourself, or going out into the world and really putting yourself out there, being vulnerable. And that can cause a lacking experience. That can also cause like a lack of love, or love, rose quartz. That can cause less people to come into your life the way that you want them to, or a smaller frequency of people coming into your life. So you do have to put yourself out there. That's just the energetic message that I'm feeling. So let's see what's going on. Crossing bridges. Okay, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Okay, so that's very appropriate. And I didn't see this card. There were a couple cards that I saw, but I didn't see this card in particular. Okay, so wow, very, very, very appropriate. Okay, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Okay, so uh, definitely connecting with other humans. I'm hearing connecting at work. Those of you who are dealing with work related situations, it's looking like there needs to be some love at work, and not necessarily romantic love. This is looking like very like I'm hearing for some of you familial love. Some of you are working with people that that you're family with. I'm hearing um, uh, I'm hearing like metaphysical love, which is strange. I'm also hearing like love for the job, love for your coworkers, like respect. Okay, some of you either have little respect for the people you work with, or the people you work with have little respect for you, and so that gap needs to be bridged. Okay, so it's looking like some of you are there's like an offering here. There we go. How this person, I don't know if it's a male or a female, it looks like a guy. How this guy is holding this light. It's interesting, even passing in front of the moon like that, you know, passing through this kind of shadowy phase of his life, or of your life, but passing the shadowy phase, bearing your light. So the point of the whole light bearer symbol that I'm feeling right now is basically have the willingness and openness to offer some light to your situation, to offer some light to your coworkers or to your family, whoever this is that you need to bridge this gap with. I'm hearing specifically an offering of love, an offering of money for some of you, or offering of resources, extending a hand. Would you like to go to dinner? Would you like to come to my house for dinner? Bring your family. It's looking like that's going to help morale at work for you guys. Um, just giving a little bit more love. And now I'm hearing specifically, if you are into crystals, even if you're not, if this resonates with you, some of you might benefit from bringing some rose quartz to work and putting it on your desk. I'm hearing selenite as well. If you don't know what selenite is, this guy. It comes in many different forms, but that will help morale at work. That'll just help the energy at work. Putting that on your desk or in your workspace, wherever it is. But I'm also hearing like mending a connection with your boss. It's looking like there was some kind of misunderstanding with somebody, with a boss and a subordinate. You need to let your boss know exactly what you meant, some of you. Okay. On the romantic love tip, because I hear you guys asking about it, on the romantic side, it's looking like some of you have been here. You see how he's going here. Some of you have been here and you've been stuck. You've been stuck and you've been wondering and worrying and wishing and hoping, but about this love situation, wishing, wondering, hoping, stagnant. I'm hearing some people have been angry, stuck. Okay. So for some of you, this is a general reading, you would do well to go and gain some closure. Some of you need closure. Some of you have already gotten closure and now you are crossing this bridge. Like now, some of you need to go, like you need to get up and say, you know what? I deserve closure. Like I want this. I'm going to go ahead and just contact them no matter what they say, no matter what happens, no matter what the response is. I'm just going to go ahead and do it and get it out of the way. Okay. And for others of you, um, I'm hearing like you may still be stuck here for a while, but there's going to come a point in time here soon, over the next month or so. There's going to come a point in time where you are finally ready to cross this bridge, where you're ready to send an email specifically. I'm also seeing a phone call specifically for you guys who are not ready to move forward yet. Okay, who are not ready to fix yet. I'm hearing fixing yourself, releasing old patterns, and that's a way that you can cross the bridge. Um, Healing. I'm hearing healing of wounds. I'm hearing sound healing, specifically healing of wounds, metaphysical healing, spiritual healing, and it's looking like some of you need to get into whatever spiritual practice it is that you do on a regular daily basis. If you're not doing one on a regular daily basis, this is the time to start doing that. This is the time to start getting deeper into your meditation and stuff like that. And that's going to help you heal, connect, mend, and release. Okay, let's see what is going on. What are your next steps? Okay, so this is where you've been. I'm still getting used to doing this like this. I did one reading like this as a test. But this is where you've been. So a lot of you have probably already met this point in your journey, and some of you are like already going through it or already past it. Okay, so as for next steps, what do we have here? Okay, good. Six of Swords. Oh, I forget with this light that gets like really shiny there. Anyway, Six of Swords. Can I put it all the way down? No. Okay. So you've crossed the bridge, or you're at the point where you're ready to cross the bridge. There's nothing bad on the other side. It's looking like whatever this issue was, whether it be work, romance, a love, or family situation, it's almost like this was the thick of it. this was the thick of that situation, however you had to cross this bridge, and now there's more clarity coming in, there's more smooth sailing coming in, as I like to say, with the Six of Swords. The waters are evening out, you're moving out of those choppy waters, and that's some kind of achievement. It's looking like um, one next step for some of you is to have a conversation, because I'm hearing like some of you know, like, hey, look, if I just talk to this person, I know that I will get the answer I need. If I just talk to this person, I know that we'll be able to figure out our differences. I know that I'll be able to forgive them. They'll be able to forgive me, and that's that achievement. And so in order to reach an achievement, of course, there has to be unconditional love there. Because if you go in having a conversation with somebody guns blazing, then what's going to happen? It's probably not going to turn out great. It's probably not going to be anything resolved. But it's looking like here it will be resolved because you're thinking a little bit more about it. You're considering all options. You're considering all angles. You're considering everybody's opinion and not just your own. I'm seeing like very objective opinions. Like some of you are actively thinking about, well, what would so and so say, or how would they feel if I said this? Like, this is me expressing my feelings, but like, how would they feel? How should I say this? I'm hearing like a lot of analytical, logical, reasoning energy from you guys, but it's looking like whatever this conversation is going to help to smooth things out. But make sure you are giving unconditional love when you have that conversation, you guys. Okay, good. Very good. All right. So that brings the peak that you've needed. That brings the prosperity that you've needed. I'm hearing specifically that brings peace of mind. Okay. So with this next step, with you having this conversation, one step after that, and again, guys, these readings are timeless, so it might go in this order for you and it might go completely out of order for you. Okay, but just know that these are different steps that you can take or that are possible in your energy right now. Okay, so for the King of Pentacles, the next step after crossing this bridge, having this conversation, it's looking like this is going to be a bit of a challenge. So I finally have everything. I finally have achieved what I needed to achieve. I finally learned what I needed to learn. Now I have to figure out how to execute the rest of my plan, is what I'm hearing specifically. I have to figure out how to bring other people in. I have to figure out how to bring resources in, how to get my finances straight, how to get my family straight, how to get my relationship straight. Not just because of this. It's looking like this was one part of the journey. And some of you are needing to use this physical earthly energy in order to connect with your family a little bit more. I'm hearing reconnect with your family specifically, which is a big bridge that you'll need to cross in order to gain your true King of Pentacles. I'm hearing specifically that there is a man for some of you coming into your lives. This may be romantic, but it may be work related as well. It may also be familial. I'm seeing an earth sign, very strong, very, 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 very strong, an earth sign. Like I'm really seeing Taurus, like Taurus keeps flashing, but that could be anything. It could be a Virgo or Capricorn. But it's looking like there's somebody possibly coming in to help you with something. And this doesn't look like a big, huge help, like, oh, somebody's going to drop money on me. This is looking like, oh, hey, do you need a hand moving? Or I have a truck. Do you want me to help you move? Something like that. But, that's going to vary person to person. But there is a masculine influence coming into some of your lives, and it may be all of you, because I'm just seeing this influence coming into your life in different ways. Some people are getting money. Some people are having an uncle help them move. Some people are meeting a man or a woman who embodies the King of Pentacles. Somebody is connecting with an earth sign. Like, there's so many different things that are happening here, but it's looking like all of you who have chose this reading, you're going to encounter some kind of masculine energy that's going to help you out. And that is a next step, because I'm hearing like that's a hump that you have to get over. Like, you've crossed this bridge and then you figure something out, and then you have to get over this hump with this person. Regarding communication is what I'm hearing specifically. Okay. Look at that. You have everything. You completely have everything. So there's nothing wrong right now. All the resources that you need or that you've been looking for, I felt the need to do that, because I'm hearing people making excuses like, oh, well, I'm just looking for the right time. I'm just looking for the right building. I'm just looking for the right book. I'm just looking for the right pencil to write with. Like, for some of you, it's a little bit petty, but for others of you, I see that it's like, well, I don't want to make a mistake again. I don't want this to end up the way that it ended up before. Like, I want to make sure that I'm doing this the right way. Okay. But you don't have to make sure anymore. Okay. This is how you made sure. You made sure by crossing this bridge. And for some of you, this bridge that you're crossing, this had to do with some kind of project that you were working on. For example, like, if you're working on building a table or something, and you want to put yourself out there because you're like, I'm really good at building tables. The bridge that you have to cross is starting an Instagram, starting a Twitter, like, and as you cross that bridge, you have everything you need. But some of you have been worrying, like, oh no, I want to start this Twitter, but I don't know how to use Twitter. Like, I don't know how to do it. Or like, why are these certain features this way? I could never figure this out. You can. And in order for you to cross that bridge, some of you, in order for you to cross that bridge, you need to just go ahead and use your resources. There's so many different ways that you can figure out how to use whatever resource you need to use, and there's so many different people who are there to help. Many different resources. Internet is like life now, so like, you can find everything that you need there. You have everything that you need there. Some of you guys, your next step is to start doing research on your project. I'm hearing some of you, your next step is to start doing research on a lover or a mate. I'm seeing like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat stalking. Like, if you need to do that, of course, please, guys. I know stalking is like one of those terms that's like really challenging, but we do, like, as humans nowadays in this digital age, we have gotten used to creeping on people's pages. Of course, please creep safely, stalk safely. It sounds so bad, but if you are doing research on somebody, like if you've met somebody and you feel like you hit it off and you want to find out more information about them, that's the way to do it. And also, you could do research on them by having an actual conversation, and that will help you achieve something. That will help you to get out of this kind of unknown place, like, okay, well, I like her or I like him and we connected, but I don't know where we stand, So having a conversation, doing your research by having a conversation, that's going to help smooth things out. That's going to help you to achieve what you need to know, what you've been trying to figure out about this person. That's going to help you to figure it out, just going in and having the conversation. Okay, and that'll help you achieve something. Okay, so this card was what to look out for. So in this time period, whenever it is that you're watching this, again, timeless reading, whenever you're watching this, something that you want to look out for is feelings of wanting to hold on to the past, feelings of wanting to cross back over that bridge. And I'm hearing specifically somebody's like, man, I need to just give this up. I need to just give this up, and I need to go back to my dead end job. I need to give this up, and I need to stop acting like I can find somebody better and just go back to that person that I've been with who is just not the greatest. I should settle. Okay. This is something that you really, really need to be aware of. Feelings of wanting to settle. Never settle. Never settle for less. Never settle for less than what you're worth. I think that's like a saying, right? But it's very true, especially in this situation, according to your energy. Okay. You want to be aware of worrying about and perseverating over what you have lost already. And you need to remember and recognize that there's still more available for you. Still more available for you. Even if it doesn't seem like it, even if it doesn't look like it's immediately in your face or right in your immediate presence, there's still more to look forward to. You don't have to go backwards. Okay. Advice. Beautiful. Divine order. Let's see. These a little lower to make sure everybody fits. Kind of, sort of. Okay. Divine order. Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Okay. For those of you who are dealing with getting out of this rocky boat, so those of you who are like waiting for this next step, waiting for this to smooth out, this is really important to remember that you might still be in this same situation for a reason, for some kind of divine order. We never know where we're going to meet God, is what I like to say. Like, we never know what an experience is going to mean for us, because our experiences, they're not just our own. They are partly our own, but we share this experience with everybody that we encounter, you guys. So it's looking like some of you might find yourself in these intolerable situations, but they shouldn't really be intolerable. You should just be looking at them as some kind of, I'm hearing like some kind of passage or some kind of rite of passage. Okay. Underlying order. There's always going to be something that comes up that that kind of throws a brick in your plans, even if it's not like a big, huge thing. Okay. Where you are right now, your advice is to be where you are right now and to know that everything actually is working out for you. Okay. Even though, and I have to repeat myself, even though it seems like you're not moving, or it seems like things should be better than they are right now, you might need to be still in this situation so that you can meet somebody and tell them, yeah, I'm going through the same thing. And that person needs to just know that they're not alone. And then as soon as that task is done, then you get to move on to your next task. Then you finally get to move on to your calmer waters. Butterfly effects, that's really all this world is. It's just a bunch of chain reactions. That's all energy is. That's all the law of attraction is. It's a chain reaction. You ask for it, you put it out to the universe with emotion, and you give thanks, and eventually it comes back to you in some form. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead, give me a big thumbs up. I don't know. Give me a big thumbs up, you guys. And if the messages resonate, as always, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, you guys. Book your reading at highpriestessmikaela@gmail.com for a personal reading. Join me on Instagram. My handle is Pinkie Pie Sugar Pop. Come through for $5 readings on Friday and Saturday, and be on the lookout for my new formats and stuff like that. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you have a beautiful moment. If you're gonna stay with me, go ahead and stay with me, and we will see what's going on with the clear quartz energy next. All right. See what the energy has to hold for clear quartz. Okay. So I'm hearing like clearing the fog. So I'm seeing, and it's funny because this card flipped over in the deck when I was shuffling. It's the fogged in card in the Sacred Traveler. And that's like really coming in really strong. But it flipped over with more than one card, I believe. So I'm coming out of the fog. I'm gaining some clarity about my situation. I've been challenged. And now I understand why I've been challenged. Now I understand where this challenge is taking me. Lots and lots of clarity coming through for you guys, which is amazing. Okay, it's looking like you guys have been doing quite a bit of work. You know, we all do work every single day in some way, but it's looking like you've been doing a lot of work on clearing yourself. I'm hearing clearing your chakras. Some of you have been working at this for a long time, and it's looking like some kind of result is coming. Okay, so let's see. Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. So this might be your clarity, your truth, your truth coming out, your truth becoming clear. Who am I? What do I want to be? What do I want to contribute to the world? How can I contribute to my family, to my community? Okay, let's see what symbols are on this card. I rarely get this card, but let's see. So definitely some discovery going on here, possibly some traveling. It's looking like this group of people. I feel like they're figuring out who they are, especially this young guy here. You know, it's looking like this might be his grandfather and his father down here. And they're like, we want you to take over the business or to take over the family farm. And, you know, this is just what we've done all of our lives. And there's some of you who are wanting to branch off. You know, maybe this guy is wanting to like branch off. And it's looking like that energy is coming through for some of you. I know who I am now. Okay, this is where you've been. I know who I am now. I've gone on a journey. I've discovered myself. I've gone on my trip on a rocket ship and I came back, and now this is who I am. This is the truth about me. If you don't like the truth about me, I don't know what you're going to do about that, but I know that this is who I am. This is what I'm hearing from quite a few of you guys. I'm hearing a vast amount of you guys are finally, you've finally discovered something about yourself, something that you know to be true, whether it's I know that I love this person, or I know that this is the career that I want, or I know that I want to go to school for this, or I know that this is the kind of car I want, you know, or I know that I finally want to have a baby. I finally want to have children. I'm doing this with my hands like a little heart. I don't know why. Okay. But love yourself and love your truth and honor your truth. Whatever this is, this was a big thing that you've recently come through. So honor that and kudos to you. Like, honestly, round of applause for you, because it's not super easy just standing in our truth and being honest with ourselves. But it's looking like you've definitely come over that. Okay, look at that. All right, you guys. Okay, come on. Your next step, for some of you, your next step is a choice, a very big, life changing choice. I need to move out of my mom's house. I need to move out of my best friend's house. I need to leave this job. I really don't want to leave this job yet because I don't have enough money under my belt, you know, to support us for the next weeks or months when I'm looking for a new job or starting my new business. These are big life-changing decisions that you're going to have to make. You have the stuff to make that decision. Look at what you just come through. It's like this is almost like coming through the fire. I'm seeing that old story in the Bible. I don't know if you guys have heard about that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They like they were kind of like rebels, I guess. And they just believed, they believed in Jesus. Like they were like, look, this is what we know to be true, okay? And so the Pharisees or whoever the heck it was, who was in charge at that time, they threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fire. And there were supposed to only be 3 people in there, but there were 4. And so that was supposed to be, oh, Jesus is in there. But I believe, and I haven't read this story in a long time, but I believe they came out of the fire unscathed and unburned. So this is what you're going through. Like this is what you've come through. You've literally gone through this challenging moment, gone into the fire of this challenging moment, and you discovered that it doesn't matter what anybody says. This is my truth. And so your truth, I'm like, literally, your truth will set you free. Your truth will help you to make this decision. It'll help you to make this choice. Um, for some of you, this is heavily, heavily focused on love. For some of you, I'm hearing the word locating, like I'm locating love. I've discovered this truth about myself. And now I can move forward and share this truth with another, share this truth with my lover. Or now I know what kind of lover I want to look for. Okay. I'm hearing the word exasperating. It's been exasperating not finding people who are like me. Okay. The fact that you've gone through this, whatever it is, unscathed. And I'm seeing that there was a fire, like there was a fire for somebody, even if it was a small fire. But the fact that you've come out of this unscathed, it's almost like it makes it easier for you to either connect with a lover or to connect to a love situation. And when I say love situation, it's not always romantic, but I'm seeing like a love situation with your family. Like I'm choosing to love my family now. I'm choosing to love my job. And some of you, I'm choosing this career. I think I said something like that before. Okay, let's see what else we've got here for next steps. Okay, this is a great spread. Like, this is really, really wonderful. Whenever I have to say, I really think the Nine of Pentacles is my favorite minor arcana. Every time she shows up, she's just full of bossiness, full of hard work, full of independence. So, some of you, your next step is to gain this independence. You might need to go wherever it is. You might need to leave the relationship, you might need to leave the job. Whatever it is, you might need to leave the neighborhood and move to the next neighborhood. However it resonates with you. Is a timeless reading. Okay. But definitely independent spirit here. Definitely, I'm seeing like I'm thinking over all of these choices that I have to make. Since I know myself now, I'm going to finally make the choice to do this my own way, to be my own person and to do my own thing. I have listened to your opinions long enough. I'm over it. I don't need to hear it anymore. I've got my own clarity here. I'm woke in my own sense, and I'm moving forward from this situation. I'm moving forward with my business. I'm seeing the word economic. Okay, I'm moving forward with becoming economically stable or financially stable on my own because I can, because I'm ready to. I'm ready to walk up these steps. I'm ready to grab the juicy fruit. If we're referencing the Osho deck, I'm ready to grab the juicy fruit and eat of it, eat of the harvest that I have created. Okay. Some of you have definitely created something, and that was your truth. You created something very unique. And now you have to just put it out there, put yourself out there. I'm hearing put yourself out there financially and put yourself out there responsibly. Look, another 9, you guys. Okay. There's a synchronicity, right? So you're almost at this point of reaching some kind of financial stability. That's this step. This step is, okay, I'm finally making up my mind to do this physical financial thing, Pentacles. This is more about your fire, more about your passion, more about your spirit, more about your actual spirit and what your spirit wants to do. Because when spirit comes in, you cannot not be determined. This is determination. This is, I'm almost at my wit's end, but I'm going to keep going. I am beaten. I am bruised. I am sweating. I am bleeding. I am over this situation, but I'm going to keep going. Okay. For some of you, this is your next step. Your next step is to just buckle down, take a deep breath, take a few, 10 or 100, go to your yoga class, like if you need to. Okay. Spend an hour by yourself with your eyes closed, just breathing, and get back at it and just keep going. Keep clacking away. I'm seeing somebody like on a computer, like, I gotta finish this, man. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so over this. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. But I need to just finish it. Okay, you know what? Let me pause. I'm gonna pause, go get myself some coffee. Okay. But then I'm gonna get back at it. Keep on going, you guys. Like there's and this, it's such a vague and general message. This is a vague and general reading, you guys. I try not to be vague, but it is a general reading. Okay, but it's looking like whoever chose this, whatever it is that you're working on, like, you're literally almost there. Like, and I'm sitting here like rubbing my eyes, you guys. I'm feeling you. Just please don't give up. The work is almost done, and there may be more work afterwards, but this work is almost done. Okay, that cycle is almost complete. Let's see what Master Osho has to say about what you should look out for. Okay, so you should be looking out for points where you're ready to receive more independence. And I'm seeing like this coming from a person. This is the Queen of Cups in traditional decks, but Um, I'm seeing this energy coming from a person, like possibly a female. For some of you, this could be a male. It doesn't matter. Queen can pertain to either male or female. But it's looking like you should look out for moments where you're able to open up your energy to receive somebody emotionally. This could be in a love situation. I'm seeing a lot of this has to do with work, since receptivity is crowning the 9 of Pentacles. But it's looking like you're gonna have to bring somebody in specifically. Some of you might need to be hiring some people. Some of you need to buckle down and say, you know what? I can't do this on my own. I need to hire somebody. Or, you know what? I can't raise my kid on my own. I need to ask my parents for help, or I need to ask my brothers and sisters and cousins and uncles and aunties for help. I need to receive them. I need to be open to receive them. I'm at my wit's end. I've been doing this on my own for a long time, even though I chose to do it on my own. I'm at my wit's end and I need some help. Now I need some help. Okay, now I need to open up my heart and be okay with sharing my project with other people, sharing the workload with other people. Somebody needs an emotional opinion, is what I'm hearing. You should be open to receive that. Be open to receive the opinion of somebody close to you, of somebody who actually wants to help you. I'm hearing for some of you tough love. I'm hearing some of you asking, like a mother. I'm seeing a mother in particular. It could be a father, but I'm seeing somebody asking a mother for advice, an independent mother, possibly a single mother, asking them for advice. How do you do it? I'm open to receive. I want to know how you do it. I want to know how you are such a boss. Okay. Good. Advice. Sensitivity. Archangel Haniel, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings, okay? So, whatever energy is coming through, and it's looking like this is happening a lot. Like it's not even like sporadically anymore. It's looking like you're picking up on energetic signatures like this. Like you're going out into the world and you are feeling what people are feeling, and then you go and ask them what they're feeling, and then they tell you that they're feeling what you thought that they were feeling. Okay, so basically sensitivity. Okay, I have to go back to this last line. Honor yourself and your feelings. I'm seeing like the clairs, you guys, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, claircognizance. That's what I mean when I say the clairs. I'm seeing that for you guys in particular. Now I'm getting chills, and I'm getting some chills in my heart chakra and as well as my throat chakra. I'm feeling feelings of unworthiness in the solar plexus, you guys. Please express yourself. I'm getting a little bit emotional. Okay, please express yourselves. Whatever hunches that you get, go with them. And mind you, just be aware there are people out there who don't like the fact that people have hunches. And they're like, oh, well, no, I wasn't thinking that. Or no, like, what are you talking about? Even though that's what they were feeling. If you encounter people like that, all right, just make sure that you're expressing yourself honestly, and make sure that you're honoring yourself by becoming one with your feelings and becoming one with your sensitivity, and possibly even with your gifts, your natural gifts, your spiritual gifts, whatever you want to call them. Okay, because that is a part of your truth. That may be a choice that you need to make. Honoring your sensitivity, that may help you to become more independent. Honoring your sensitivity might be that one thing that keeps you going. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed the reading. If the message resonates, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you want to book a reading, email me at highpriestessmikaela@gmail.com. Pinkie Pie Sugar Pop is the handle on Instagram. Come through Friday and Saturday nights, 5 or 8 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. for $5 readings. Might be changing up that structure here soon. All this information can be found right down below in the description box. And if you guys are gonna stick around for the amethyst energy, you can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna see what's going on with the energy. Okay, amethyst energy. And with amethyst, sobriety always comes up, but this isn't like alcoholic sobriety. This is sobering effects. Is the symbol that I heard. Okay, so whatever you're going through right now, I don't know why this is so necessary. Like tapping, focusing on mandala. I'm seeing like gosh, those, like how those monks, they do that sand work where they make these really intricate, I think I spoke on this before, they make these really intricate patterns and mandalas out of sand, and then they just wipe it away. That can be very sobering. That can be extremely sobering because you put a lot of hard work into something only to wipe it away. To remember impermanence, to remember that nothing here on this planet is permanent. Okay, we are fleeting beings. I don't know why I'm feeling the need to say this, but maybe this is just part of your energy. Okay, nothing lasts forever. And it's okay if that's a sobering thought. It's feeling like some of you need that. Some of you need to have understanding that everything is not going to go exactly the way that you want it to. Okay. That's like, oh gosh, Mikaela, now what are you going to say? It's like, well, just stick around. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life, okay? So that's sobering. Oh, so something is happening. Something good is happening. Something good finally is coming in, okay? But this is where you've been. Some of you have already dealt with this abundance. Some of you have already, I'm seeing like gathering, with the symbols in this card. You can see all these people gathering the harvest and working together. I'm hearing specifically that there's been an event that somebody's gone to, a party or a cookout, barbecue or something like that. It's feeling like this was like a really fun event for some of you. Some of you have discovered this abundance. Some of you have figured out how to bring your abundance in. For a smaller number of you, I'm seeing I'm seeing $30 and $50. So maybe either you found that or you got a little bit of a bonus at work, or somebody blessed you with something and said, hey, don't worry about giving it back. Okay. And so this is really appropriate for sobering effects, because when money and abundance of resources, abundance of love, abundance of family, when abundance comes in, we feel better. Like we feel more balanced. And so there are some of you who are coming into balance. Some of you who have come into balance. I'm seeing prosperous balance, as far as some of you guys have been doing some research. I'm hearing like some of you guys have been out seeking answers. Okay. And the abundance of answers are coming in. They're coming in rapidly as well, pouring into your life. Okay. I don't know. I'm seeing like specifically water pouring out of a glass measuring cup. Okay. So it's almost as if you have measured what you want and desire. You've put it out to the universe and it's coming back, pouring out of this measuring cup. Or some of you pouring out of a pitcher, because I'm seeing both. Some of you guys have put like a lot out to the universe, very consistently and specifically and intentionally. But now this is just coming, pouring right back into your life. Okay. Let's see what's going on for your next steps. Patience, my love. Okay. This will take some waiting. I'm seeing that some of you have this abundance that's recently come in, and automatically you want to invest. Perfect. Just know that investment sometimes takes a while to accrue. It sometimes takes a while to come back to you. Okay. So the seed has been planted. Some of you have already planted the seed. Some of you are in the midst of planting the seed. Okay. But as all things, as with all things, with all good things that we want and desire, there is going to be some waiting that you need to do. I'm hearing like, don't fret about the time. Don't fret about the timing. For some reason, I'm seeing a violin. Somebody who either plays violin or likes to listen to violin, and like I'm seeing somebody playing violin, and you're like worrying about the timing of your of the music. Like, am I on the right time? And this could be any instrument. I mean, any musical instrument. It could be any instrument. Like if you're working with like the tarot or something like that, or working with crystals, some of you might be worrying about that timing, worrying about the timing of doing your readings, or like it's looking like kind of a little bit petty, But it's understandable because, you want things to be exactly how you want them to be, even though it's not always going to happen that way. But I'm hearing like, don't worry about the timing. Don't worry about the timing of the project. I'm hearing that somebody is working on something and they either got sick or they're they're getting sick or something like that, or they have some responsibility that they can't get away from. So how am I going to use my timing wisely? How am I going to make sure that I get everything done? Okay, be patient with yourself is what I'm hearing. That's a big next step for like a lot of you. I'm seeing vast amount. So the vast amount of you, don't worry so much about the timing and be kind to yourself. Take your time for yourself, okay? Because everything is falling into order. Don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry so much about the timing because everything is moving fast. The momentum is gaining. There's like no stop, no pause, no break. Even though it seems like it, the energy is always moving. I'm all up in the camera right now. If you were seeing my face, the energy is always moving. So even at these moments where it feels like, oh no, like, okay, what are we waiting for? There's still something happening. I'm seeing for a lot of you, I'm seeing the words momentum challenge. So it's looking like for some of you, the next step is for things to start moving faster than you expected them to. I'm seeing a message coming in for some people. I don't know why I'm seeing Ariana Grande right now, but I'm seeing a message coming through like really fast, like, you got the job and we need you to be out here tomorrow. It's like, oh my gosh, like tomorrow, how? But it's a great opportunity. It's that abundance coming in. Okay. And for some of you, this is the actual order. Um, you planted your seeds and you've even gathered some resources. You've had some kind of harvest. Then you had to wait for a little bit. And then things start moving like super fast, like faster than the speed of light. Let's see, a Superman, like faster than a speeding bullet. Okay. When things start moving this fast, it's up to you how fast you want to move. That's why I said don't worry about the timing. Okay? There's always a solution. There's always a solution. You can always call that boss and say, "Okay, so I want this job. I absolutely want this job. Please don't ever give this job to anybody else. But I have to do dot 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 dot. I can't be there till next week." There's always a way to figure it out. Unless the company and the bosses are just complete assholes. You can't really help people being assholes. But there's always a way to figure it out. I'm specifically seeing traveling as well. Um, some of you guys are traveling for work. I'm seeing some of you guys are traveling to meet people. I'm seeing somebody traveling for a lover. Somebody who's had, oh, sweet, somebody who's had an online relationship with somebody and you're finally going to meet them. You've planted those seeds. You found the one online. You guys just live a few states away and you've planted the seeds. You guys have been talking for quite a few months. I'm seeing 10 months specifically for some of you. For some of you, I'm seeing a year, 2 years. You've been talking online to somebody or had this long distance relationship with somebody. Now you get to travel to see them or they get to travel to see you, and that's going to be extremely empowering, you guys. And even for whatever work situation you get in this call or get in this information, this message, it's going to be so empowering. Like, I'm seeing you standing on top of the world. like literally just on top of the world, like you've grown a million sizes in height and you're standing on top of the world with the sun shining down upon you, the sun shining right into your heart chakra, you guys. This is just the vision that I'm seeing right now, okay? Now you get to move. Now you get to do what you want to do. Now you are empowered to do what you want to do. Don't worry about the timing. This opportunity wouldn't come up for you just so that it could just be squandered. Okay? Don't worry about the timing. General reading, but don't worry about the timing. Take advantage of every single moment of your day. Take advantage of every single second because you're going to need it. Okay? I'm hearing some people working on business projects. Okay? I'm hearing work smarter. That's one of those terms that was kind of coined by, what's his name? Ty Lopez. I'm not affiliated with him. But yeah, some of you guys are taking advantage of working smarter. And that's taking advantage of your time, you know? And when you work smart, you have to think about the time, but then you don't. Like it's kind of a conundrum. Like you have to plan things out, sure, but you can't nitpick about the time. Like I'm only going to spend 15 minutes on this, or I'm only going to do this for this amount of time. That's how I've come to understand working smart. You work at your own pace, really, okay, and take advantage of your own pace. There, for some of you, there might be a slower pace that you have to work at. For some of you, the pace might be a little bit quicker. Okay. It's looking like some of you need to take your time with a lever. Take advantage of the time that you have away from your lover before you guys meet, maybe. I'm also seeing the comparison symbol from the Osho deck. Don't compare your situation to anybody else's. If you feel like you need to be moving slow and everybody else is moving fast, so be it. You'll still get your stuff done. If you feel like you need to move faster than the rest of everybody and everybody else is moving slow, don't slow down. Just keep going. Don't compare yourself to anybody else's situation, because that's just going to bring more frustration. Okay, that's gonna bring a lack of freedom, worrying about what everybody else is doing and comparing yourself to everybody else. When you don't compare yourself, that's where your freedom comes in. When you take advantage of your opportunities and take advantage of your time and work smart, that's where your freedom comes in. Okay, let's see what Master Osho wants us to look out for. Okay, this is the Hermit. Look out for your soul speaking to you, is what I heard specifically. Look out for your guiding light guiding you. Okay. Intuition is going to be necessary here, especially with those of you who are investing in something. Definitely use your logical reasoning gifts and all that stuff, but intuition is also going to be important as well. Going within, you write down the figures and you do the calculations and you do all of the physical stuff, absolutely, but there's going to be a moment where you feel like you should use your intuition, okay? Whether it be a project or work or family or a lover. Those of you who are dealing with love situations, who are meeting your lovers finally, it's looking like you going within is going to be necessary for you to learn about them a little more in order for you to understand your lover a little more, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so learn about yourself in order to understand about the people outside of you. Learn more about your intuition and pay attention to your intuition. I'm hearing take heed your intuition. Okay, I'm just saying pay attention to it and follow your intuition. I'm just saying that in like 10 different ways. Okay. But some of you need to look out for this. It's looking like all of you in some way need to look out for for moments where you feel like you need to contemplate about your situation. Okay. That's going to help. Being contemplative, it's going to help because some of you need to get out of your physical brain. Some of you need to get out of the physical and out of the mental and go back to the realm of the spiritual and emotional in order to get the answers that you need. Because some of you have already exhausted the physical and mental aspects of your life for getting answers, and you need to go with the emotional and spiritual. Okay, let's see what the angels have to say. Claircognizance, Archangel Uriel, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Okay, so this is so very appropriate for being right above this aloneness card, for crowning this aloneness card. Okay, so as things are moving faster, you're going to be called to go into your intuition. And your advice is to go with your intuition. You'll be called towards it, go with it. Okay. And it's like a double message. It's almost like the same message. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Those of you who have been hoping, wishing, setting intentions, saying affirmations and mantras about specific things, it's looking like either those mantras and those mantras and in what is the word? Affirmations. Those mantras, intentions, and affirmations are going to start coming back to you in a different form. Some of you might start hearing your mantras in your mind. Some of you might start hearing your mantras and affirmations outside of yourself as a reminder that this is happening, or this is coming, or here's your synchronicity, here's your sign from the universe. Okay, pay attention to those. Anything that you pick up on, any hunches. Somebody else got a hunch card. I think it was rose quartz, but definitely go with or it was sensitivity was the last one. Definitely go with your hunches, you guys. That's leading you to the next step. That's leading you to the next step in investment, leading you to the next step in understanding a lever, leading you into the next step of like your whole life. Okay. So that's a very general message. I'm going to leave it right there because I don't feel like there's any more that I need to say. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to my channel if it resonates. You can book your reading at highpriestessmikaela@gmail.com. Let me know your inquiries to see if we're an energetic match for each other. Follow me on Instagram. My handle is Pinkie Pie Sugar Pop. Come on through Fridays and Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. for $5 readings. I might be changing up that format here soon, but I'm always going to be available for $5 readings, you guys. You can find all this information right down below in the description box. Have a beautiful moment if you're not going to stick around with me. But if you are going to stick around with me, then we're going to see what's going on in the Citrine energy, you guys. All about prosperity, all about abundance, a little bit of creativity sprinkled in there, lots and lots of joy, lots and lots and lots of joy coming off of this energy today for you guys. I'm hearing I have been in joy in my life. Now I want more. I'm hearing for some of you, I am very content with my happy life. Very good. Awesome. I'm hearing, wow, I keep hearing, but I want more. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Gates of Triumph. Look at that. Success expands in your life. Okay. I mean, the citrine is like a success symbol, a success stone, all about abundance and prosperity. Okay. Gosh, look at this, you guys. This was a dark night of the soul. This is where you've been. This is where you've been. You've been through the dark night of the soul. I'm hearing, oh my God, I'm getting so emotional right now, you guys. I feel you. I feel you. Okay. You have been going through the dark night of the soul, man. And now you come out on top. I've got a chalice here. I don't know why. For one of the readings I did a heart, but here's a chalice, okay? And so the chalice represents the divine feminine. So some of you need to be getting in touch with your divine feminine. Some of you are overcoming some like disagreements with your divine feminine, the divine feminine within you. For some of you, your divine feminine as in your partner. For some of you, divine feminine as in your mother. Some of you are becoming more aware of your divine feminine, becoming more aware of the divine feminine of the universe. You could call her Mother God or whatever you want, but the feminine aspect of the universe. You're coming through that. Something's being resolved. Something in the realm of femininity is being resolved. And this message is for masculine and feminines, because a masculine, if you're a man with a penis, you have a divine feminine within you. If you're a woman with a vagina, you have a divine feminine within you. We all have it. Same goes vice versa. We all have masculine, divine masculine within us, whether you're a male or a female by birth, gender, or by transition. Okay, we all have each of these within us. But this right here, this is like a brand new world that you've been walking into. I'm just looking at this sun. I'm seeing your whole world is shining brighter now because of the severity of this journey that you've just come through. I'm seeing somebody coming. Very good, you guys. I'm seeing somebody coming up from the trenches, like somebody who has been homeless for a really long time. Oh my God. Good. Somebody who's been homeless for a really long time and finally, I'm not going to cry, finally finding some stable housing. Okay. Really good. Really good. Good, you guys. And this is where you've been. Like, this is what's happening, like, now-ish. Okay, this is where you've been. You've been through the dust, and now you've come out on top. Now you've come out successfully expanding your life. And you've done all of this work. This was not in vain. It was not for no reason. People recognize the work that you've done. It wasn't just for you to have a bad experience. It was for success to expand in your life. And let's see what other expansions we have. What are the next steps? Look, okay. Now you get to think about the actual next step. Now you get to I'm hearing now you get to consider the business for some of you. Some of you I'm seeing like this is heavily saying you are building a business. Not like, oh, I'm thinking about it, but like you are building a business. You have all of the mental capacity. You have the mental clarity, mental achievement, mental success, mental fulfillment, because this was rough. this took a toll on your mental capacity for some of you. Okay. There's also a man, a gentleman, who is very like logical and reasonable. Somebody who's like this. For some reason, I'm specifically seeing father-in-law. I don't know why. But father-in-law, father, a brother, a uncle, a boss at work, a lover, an ex-lover, a friend, a best friend, a cousin. Okay, it could be any of those. But there's a guy who you will be talking to soon. Somebody else got a guaranteed masculine message. It was a King of Pentacles. But it's looking like quite a few of you are going to be encountering somebody who you need to talk to. This person, this is a very no bullshit person. They could be an air sign, but I'm specifically seeing Aries. I know Aries is a fire sign, but they could be an Aries, they could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, But it's looking like this person is very no nonsense. They have a lot of control over their lives. Okay. For some of you, this is saying to let go of control and allow your ideas to blossom naturally. Okay, because he's the end of mental thought, of mental capacity. So it's not so much about thinking with him. With him, it's okay, I've mastered the realm of thought. Now I get to go into the realm of emotion. Because that's how it goes. It goes wands, swords, cups, pentacles. Okay, so that's the tarot order, but he's becoming a little more woke because he's already mastered his mind. And so now he gets to start on mastering the emotions. That's what some of you are going to be dealing with here soon. Mastering your emotions. You're going to start a new emotional journey. You've gone through your gates of triumph. You've had a very mental journey for some of you. For some of you it's been emotional, but I'm feeling this has been a very mental journey. And for others of you, um, it's been a very spiritual journey. Like you've learned a lot in the trenches. For some of you, it's been kind of an earthly physical journey. But I'm just hearing you've been down in the trenches. Okay. Now you get to have a more emotional experience, more emotionally connected. I'm hearing emotionally connected to spirit, emotionally connected with another. But this is what you're working on mastering. Some of you have, there's a lot of messages coming through. That's why I'm like jumping all over the place. Some of you have mastered this, and some of you are mastering this. Some of you are starting this journey for your next step, and some of you are starting the next step of this journey. I hope that makes sense. This being your next step is you finally mastering your mind, and you already being here and going to the next step is you starting your journey on mastering your emotions. I feel like that was really necessary to say. I feel like I said that like in 10 different ways, but I feel like it was very necessary. Okay. um Definitely be looking out for a guy who's just like, he might be snappy, he might be a little bit rude, but he has something to teach you. And for some of you, he has something very specific to tell you. I'm hearing like he has an idea to deliver to you. Okay. I don't usually do upside down cards, but this one was like specifically upside down. For some of you, it may be, and some of you, it may not be. Okay. Now, with this upright, because there's a few of you who are resonating with this energy, this is, I'm hearing this is the end of a transition. There's so much transitionary energy here going through this gateway, transitioning from the king to the ace of water, transitioning your mind, right? For some of you, this transition is ending. For some of you, it's looking like you're worrying a little bit too much about the next step. I'm seeing somebody renewing their mind, like somebody renewing an idea. Like I'm seeing like retrograde, like retrograding back and fixing an idea that they had. And finally, when you fix this idea, that's the one. That's when things pop off. That's when you get the recognition and the appreciation that you've been looking for and that you've been hoping for. Okay, Ten of Swords. Some of you are, I'm here. Okay, here's a very cryptic message. Some of you are moving across the waters of your mind. Some of you moving across the emotions of your mind. Interesting. It's very strange how this has come out, because it's looking like all of this mental energy is what's bringing the success. You getting through all of these mental tests is bringing the success. It's bringing your prosperity. Okay. Getting over your transitions. I'm hearing that there's some of you out there who are looking for a way out, looking for a way out of a job, maybe looking for a way out, possibly of a relationship. I'm hearing some of you need to be talking your way out of a relationship. Like if you know your boyfriend or your girlfriend doesn't like people talking too much, and you're ready to break up with them, that might be a good idea. Just start talking, just start chatting. Um, it's feeling like some of you guys are talking yourself into a job, like or talking your way into a job. I'm seeing like interviews, talking your way through an interview, and like just like completely impressing the people interviewing you with how much you're talking, or with your actual words and with the actual conversation and connection that you make. Okay, excuse me. But lots and lots of communication. Definitely the mental energy communication is also always going to be a part of the swords aspect of the tarot, but it's looking like this is heavily focused on communicating. Okay. um these are your next steps. There's one more card there, but these are your next steps. Your next steps, it's looking like this has to do with your mental capacity. This has to do with your thought patterns and how you're thinking about yourself. I'm hearing about how you're thinking about your new situation, how you're thinking about new people that are entering your life. Because for some of you, this is you starting a brand new job. And when starting a brand new job, you have to deal with brand new kind of people. And so I'm hearing like observe your own thought patterns concerning others. So observe how you think about others, because that's going to teach you something about yourself. Okay, let's see what else. Three of Wands, perfect. Okay, so ships coming in. So it's looking like whatever, and I'm hearing for some of you, this is a communication barrier or some kind of communication blockage, or you blocking your own journey, unfortunately. Okay, um, that could be a next step. You becoming aware of how you're blocking your journey, because it's looking like whether you're blocking your own journey or not, you're going to get what you need. Your ships are going to come in. You're going to reap the benefits of this journey. You're going to reap the benefits of not knowing about your journey, or not understanding your journey, or blocking yourself from continuing on your journey. Okay, so let's just turn this upside down. All right, you guys got enough of the reverse message, right? Let's just not block ourselves. Let that be your next step. Pull down all barriers. Pull down all mental barriers. And I'm hearing whatever you thought was true may not have actually been true. Like whatever you thought this was, like if you thought that it was just supposed to be like this, you might find that things aren't really that way. This is a very cryptic message. Okay. But yeah, okay. So I'm hearing like that whole you think you know, but you have no idea. I don't know if you guys watch The Real World. I'm old, but yeah, it's almost as if like you thought that you had this down. You thought that you knew, but you had no idea. You had no idea that it was going to be this prosperous. You had no idea that you were going to be able to walk through this gate of triumph into this field of strawberry fields forever, you know? And here's your strawberry fields coming in. You've been working at it. You've been having your experience. You had your experience, you guys. Whatever this tough thing was, you had it. And now you may have to wait just a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter. When you're in the midst of having an experience, and loving and honoring and adoring the experience that you're having, and giving gratitude for your experience, those ships come really, really fast. Those ships come really, really soon. Okay. Be one with your experience. After whatever transition this is, whatever, because this is feeling very internal, and there are so many different messages for all of you guys. But whatever this transition is, once you come through this, you're going to come out a little bit better on the other side, and you won't even feel like you have to wait for anything. It's almost like things will just move, and when you are waiting, you'll be waiting with something to do. You won't be waiting like watching a pot boil. Okay, let's see what to look out for. Okay, more mental energy. Look out for a big decision that you have to make. As far as this transition, whether it's a transition between new jobs, or transition or is some kind of interaction between you and a family member, a transition between lovers, a transition between states, if you're moving or something like that. In the midst of this transition, be aware of any decisions that you have to make, and not just in the midst of the transition. During this time period that you're waiting for this ship to come in, be aware. I'm hearing be aware of how long it takes to make a decision for yourself. There's something that needs to be balanced out. That's what you need to be looking for. Something that needs to be balanced out within your mind, mental capacity. I'm hearing balancing your mind and your environment. Okay, finding a balance between your mind and your environment, finding some kind of balance. Sorry guys, my son just opened the door. Finding some kind of balance between your mind and your environment. Okay, so sorry, I'm just trying to get back on track. Whatever transition this is, there is some kind of decision that you have to be making. That's what I was hearing. The the rock in the hard place. I'm hearing like the balance between the rock and the hard place. Even if it is like challenging, whatever this is that you're going through, even if it is challenging, there's always some kind of answer. There's an answer in the rock in the hard place. This is a very cryptic message for you guys. Okay. But it's looking like whatever this decision is, or whatever balance you need to come through or come to, it brings your prosperity. Okay. I'm hearing look out for indecision in particular. Okay. Look out for, I'm hearing look out for being that guy. And now I'm seeing somebody at a cafe who has like 10 people in line behind him, and he's like, so can you tell me all the ingredients in the blueberry donut? Like, like, don't be that guy. And then I did hear, be aware of how long it takes you to make a decision. Okay. So whatever decisions you have to make, try to make them quicker than being that guy. Okay, because it's looking like for you guys in particular, the decision will need to be made on the fly. Okay, this doesn't look like something that you could take a lot of time on, even if you do have 2 weeks to make the decision. Okay, try not to make a decision at the last minute. Advice: remember who you are. Okay, and I heard remember where you came from. Okay, especially in making these decisions. Don't make a decision based on what other people want you to do or what other people expect you to do. Make a decision based on you. You. Okay. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. You've got a lot of help around you. So much help around you. I'm being compelled to say this. There are angels and guides and ancestors all around you. Okay. It's only up to you to call on them if you need some kind of assistance. That's all you have to do is call on them. If you need assistance, or if you need some kind of guidance or some kind of love, or if you need to remember, if you need a little bit of clarity, okay? Being yourself, and a lot of you might attest to this and see this in our world today, but being yourself is what brings prosperity. Okay. I have to go back to the Oprah story. Like, she was working in Baltimore or something, and they like wanted her to call herself Susan or something like that, and she's like, well, no, my name is Oprah. They wanted her to fit into a box in order for her to get her prosperity, but she decided to not do that. She decided to remember who she was and to be who she was, and that's what made her like the richest black woman in the world, probably, or one of the richest black women in the world. All right. So remember who you are, guys. Remember that being your own self is what brings you your prosperity. You've been through a whole bunch of stuff. There's somebody who's gonna come and give you some kind of reality check. There's some kind of transition that you're going through. Try not to block this transition. Because it's gonna bring something in. I keep hearing creativity. That's three. It's gonna bring some kind of creativity in, or some kind of actual asset in. Try not to take too long making your decisions, and be one with the decisions that you make. So even if it is a hard decision between a rock and a hard place, be okay with what decision that you made, because it most likely was the decision that you made for you. Okay. Awesome. Very different kind of reading for citrine energy, but I hope it resonates. If it does, you guys, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to book a personal reading, highpriestessmikaela@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram. The handle's Pinkie Pie Sugar Pop. Come on through every Friday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. for $5 readings. I might be changing up that format here soon, depending on the results of my test group, which I'll be running next week. Other than that, you guys, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a beautiful, awesome, amazing moment, and I'll see you around. Bye.